Do you get frustrated when your FIFA Ultimate Team player shoots like that? Well, I do, as you can see. But luckily, I found the guys at Foot Helper who helped me not to make my players shoot like absolute Josh McGinnises. And they can help you as well. If you want your weekend league games doing for you, if you want a bit of guidance, if you want some tips and tricks, you can, ask those to do it for a price, and you can get a discount if you use my code OldGrandpaJoe at checkout for 20% off your order. Right, hello there everybody, and welcome to the preview for Hull City versus Grimsby Town on Tuesday the 17th of November. Kick-off 5:30pm at the KCOM Stadium in the Tigers' final Papa John's Trophy group stage game, where if the Tigers avoid defeat, they'll be through to the knockout stages, advancing out of the group along with Leicester City under 21s. Tigers will go through in second place, but it's definitely up for grabs. Don't get me wrong. So let's have a look at the team news, shall we? Louis Coyle looks likely to return in Hull City's final Papa John's Trophy group stage fixture against Grimsby Town at the KCOM Stadium. Excuse me. Coyle injured his shoulder in Hull City's 1-0 win over AFC Wimbledon and will be available for the first time since the injury at the KCOM Stadium. However, the availability of Keane Lewis Potter is unknown at the time of recording. KLP took a COVID-19 test that was returned negative, but had to isolate until other tests were returned. Jordi Device's absence against Burton Albion is also unknown at the time of recording. Device didn't feature against Burton and was not named amongst the substitutes either. And Josh McGinnis is still on international duty and will return on Saturday against Milton Keynes Dons. On to Ref Watch then. The referee is Darren Drysdale with the two linesmen, assistant referees, whatever you want to call them. Hristo Karivanov, Ian Smedley and Gareth Mellor. Honestly, I had a right nightmare trying to pronounce that one, didn't I? Goodness gracious me. Anyway, on to stats then. Hull City had 17 shots against Burton Albion. Of those 17 shots, 9 were on target, 53% shot accuracy. Hull City had 65% of possession. Hull City committed 14 fouls. The Tigers had an overall pass accuracy of 80%. In total, City made 486 passes in the game. City had made 16 tackles with an 88% tackle success rate. City made 21 clearances. That result puts Grant McCann's men in second place in the league, 1 point off leaders Peterborough with a game in hand. And this next one, I felt as though this needed a thing of its own because it's relevant to the upcoming game. If Hull City avoid defeat against Grimsby, they will go through to the knockout stages of the Papa John's Trophy. So, I'm just going to elaborate on that. So all City need is a draw, and that's it. If City win, then we're through. On 6 points. I think it's 6. I don't know. Right, give me a minute. I'm just going to flick through on my display. Yeah, if City win, we go through with 6 points, and we may well end up top we will end up top if we win. If City draw and win on penalties to get the extra bonus point, through on 5 points in second place. If City draw and lose on penalties, so Grimsby will be on 3 points, but City will be on 4 points. Grimsby will finish bottom. Hull City will leapfrog Harrogate into second, even though we're on the same points, because Harrogate have got a goal difference of 0. City's is positive 1, so therefore City will go ahead. And if City lose, Grimsby will go through on the 5 points. So just avoid defeat and we're sorted. I would like to get the win because, I want to finish top. I want it to be on our record that we finished top and all that, yeah. So, I just want that to be on our record. Harrogate and Leicester can do nothing now. They've done all they can. It's down to us now as we have the game in hand. What do I think then? Sheaf has been unlucky not to feature more. Callum Jones will start, but not at right back again. Device will come back if fit. And George Long to start. On to head-to-head battles then. Tom Eaves up top will have to get past Luke Waterfall if he wants to grab a goal. And Jordi Device will have to defend against Montel Gibson. The opposite view isn't happening for this preview, and neither is another view, sadly. But on to current form straight away. City, it's improving now. It is improving. If we get a win in this game, and if we get a win against MK Dons, that is no defeats in the 5. And then I'm just going to check on my calendar quickly on my computer. So we play MK Dons on the 21st, then Ipswich on the 24th of this month. That's in 8 days' time as this preview goes out. And then on the 28th, it's Stevenage in the second round of the FA Cup. So, Ipswich is our next difficult fixture. And I'm confident that we can get through. So our form, Bristol Rovers, we beat 3-1. Then we lost to Swindon 2-1. Beat Fleetwood, Harrogate and Burton all by the same 2-0 scoreline. 2 of those wins coming at home. And as for Grimsby then, lost to Forest Green Rovers 1-0 before drawing 0-0 with Stevenage, who the Tigers will face in the next round of the FA Cup. Then Grimsby beat Barrow 1-0 in the FA Cup. They lost to Dagenham and Redbridge 1-0 away. And in their last game against Leicester City under-21s, they lost 3-1 at home. Grimsby not in the greatest form, but they can still pull results out from different places. On to league tables now then. Hull City rising up to second place into the automatic promotion spaces in League 1 with a game in hand and only a point behind Peterborough. So, game in hand. If we can keep this up, if Peterborough slip up again like they did against Crewe, you know what I'm saying? It could happen. We could return to the pinnacle of the league. Or the summit of the league. I think that would be a better word. Then Ipswich in third on 22. Also on 22 points are Charlton and Lincoln. Charlton with 2 games in hand on Peterborough. So, Charlton, they were looking quite poor to start the season off. Now, they're really charging. I'm not sure when we play them. I'm just trying to have a look. No, it's Doncaster there, Oxford, Shrewsbury, Blackpool, Portsmouth. I believe 2nd of January we play Charlton at the K-Com. And the FA Cup game, the FA Cup third round is between the 8th and the 11th. So our game against Wigan at the DW might get rescheduled if we make it past Stevenage. In the relegation zone though, it is Oxford, it is Shrewsbury, it's Burton and it's Wigan. Burton have played every game this season, so that's not great for them. Wigan have a game in hand, Shrewsbury have a game in hand, and Oxford have 3 games in hand. Hey, and big ups to Accrington Stanley in 11th. Played 8 games, got 15 points. Smashing it. This is the one that we're focusing on though. In the top left, underneath the 2 logos, it's Papa John's Trophy Group H North. As you can see there, if we win, we go top. Because to win, you've got to score a goal. And you will win by at least 1 goal. So therefore, the goal difference will rise. So we will be top if we win. Please, City. Please, City. You cannot finish second in this group. Yeah, I think Grimsby will be out of it. In fact, if they don't beat us, they are most definitely out of it. Because even with the draw, their goal difference is horrendous. So Grimsby, they are out, but they're playing for pride. We are playing to be through to the knockout stages. Carabao Cup, out of that. Don't need to worry about that for another year. And FA Cup, beat Fleetwood. That should say 2-0, not 2-1. Well, I've just changed that quickly. I think it said 2-0 and all the other ones. Good God, Joe. And then Stevenage, next up. Yeah. On to Around the Grounds then. Papa John's Trophy games in hand. The ones in orange are played on Tuesday, and the ones in green are played on Wednesday. In Group A North, Carlisle United face Aston Villa under-21s. In Group B North, Morecambe face Manchester United under-21s. In Group C North, Bolton Wanderers face Newcastle United under-21s. In Group E North, Lincoln City face Manchester City under-21s. In Group C South, Northampton Town face Stevenage. In Group D South, Bristol Rovers face Chelsea under-21s. And Group E South, Exeter City face West Bromwich Albion under-21s. On to shared shirts now then. It's Malik Wilkes who we're looking at. Malik Wilkes spent a bit of time on loan at Grimsby during 2018. Made 6 appearances, didn't score any. He was injured quite a bit during his time there though, so cut him a bit of slack. And for us, currently still playing for us, signed for us in January, initially on loan, but did turn that into a permanent move in July. And in his time with us, 32 appearances, 12 goals, and he was on loan at Grimsby from Leeds United. On to my predicted 11 now then, still 4-3-3. I'm expecting some rotation from Grant McCann. I've gone for a similar team to what was fielded the other night, this time last week, against Harrogate. So it's George Long who takes over from Matt Ingram in goal, returning after certain... I'm not going to say it because I can't be bothered for bleeping it, but you know, certain Rona situations which he didn't have, but yeah. Louis Coyle at right back makes his return after his shoulder injury, picked up against AFC Wimbledon. The rest of the back four consists of Alfie Jones coming back in, Georgie Device coming back in, and Brandon Fleming as well, making his second appearance in a week. That's rare for Brandon Fleming. He never seems to get many opportunities, poor guy. I don't know why, but when Elder and Device have been the 2 weakest players in our team this year, don't know why Fleming isn't getting more game time. Think there might be a little vendetta from Grant McCann's side against the boy, but he's a lovely lad. I love him. Dan Batty makes up a third of a midfield trio alongside Callum Jones, who keeps the captain's armband from the last EFL Papa John's Trophy, whatever you want to call it, game. He is alongside Regan Slater. Then it's Thomas Mayer on the right. He keeps his place. I think this will be 10 changes, the team that I've selected. Thomas Mayer on the right. Hakiba Delican on the left, having scored an absolute worldie last time out. And it's Tom Eaves who will lead the line for us. That is the team in picture form then. As you can see, good players there. But what will the substitutes bench look like? Well, I'll tell you what I think it will look like. Not for certain, but I think that's what it will look like. So Matt Ingram, Martin Samuelson, who I thought was unlucky not to start against Burton, came on with about 10 minutes to go, did very, very little, but what do you expect? Sean McLaughlin, Sean's unlucky not to be playing more, if I'm honest with you. He scores cracking, he takes cracking penalties, what can I say? Festus Arter, again, I thought McCann was apparently looking to get him out on loan, but he's still here, and with Coyle fit, he's definitely not going to play at right back like he did against Leicester under 21/23s, whatever. Max Sheaf, as I said earlier in the video, unlucky not to feature more. Sheaf, he's a lovely, lovely lad, is Max Sheaf. He will get his chance eventually. Billy Chadwick, who's impressed when he's played as well so far this season. And finally, Ahmed Salam, who made his Hull City debut last time out in this competition. So Ahmed will retain his place on the Papa John's Trophy bench. That is the team in the old pictures, and that is the team on the pitch. It's a solid 11 and a very, very decent bench as well. Hold on a minute. On my little prior display thing, it still says Josh McGuinness on there. So I'm just going to alter that while it's on my mind and replace that with the old Sean McLaughlin. There we go. And, yeah. So, will that team be able to get the win? Yes, it will! 2-0 win for the Tigers against the Cods. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Thank you very much for watching the preview for Hull City's final Papa John's Trophy group stage game. 5:30 kickoff, remember, £10 and I follow Tigers. If you're a season pass holder, you do not get this game free because it's in the cup, even though it is at home. I'll be watching it. I'll bring you all the deets for when it's needed after the game. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.